There are two ways to make money on Amazon, but most people only know about off-site commissions. This is money you earned when someone buys something on Amazon through a link that you shared off Amazon, but with on-site commissions. You can make money just by influencing the people that are already on Amazon. How it works is you upload videos directly to the Amazon listing, and then as long as somebody watches your video before buying the product, you'll get a commission just for helping them make that decision. You can also make on-site commissions by hosting Amazon live streams, creating an idea list on your storefront, or just like TikTok, uploading shoppable videos or images to the Inspire shopping feed. This video is going to show you how to combine both of these and earn on and off-site commissions, but also which programs you need to sign up for and how to qualify, as well as some of the advanced strategies to help you find the best products to recommend. So if you're ready, let's walk through this 4-step process for earning both on and off-site commissions. Step 1. Pick a high-demand niche. Whether you're writing articles or creating videos, you want to create content around one specific niche. Now, something to be aware of is on and off-site commission rates will be slightly different. For the most part, because you're doing the heavy lifting of driving traffic to Amazon, typically off-site commissions will be slightly higher. But another thing to consider is that these rates also vary depending on the category. Now, this is important, but don't let it completely guide your decision-making on which niche you select, because ideally, you'll be creating content around something you're either interested in or have experience in. However, even if you do like a niche, there's no guarantee that it has hundreds of high-selling products that would be good for you to promote, which means if you pick the wrong niche, you may eventually run out of good products to make content for. So, how do you make sure that your niche has high demand? Well, instead of guessing, the most reliable way to pick a niche is to use data. There are a handful of free and paid tools that you can use to find Amazon data, but now let me show you a free one called the Jungle Scout Sales Estimator. This will show you the monthly sales for any product on Amazon. All you need to do is gather 3 pieces of information and then click Estimate Sales. But to get this information, you'll first need to head over to Amazon and select a category. And then what I like to do here is start on the homepage, but go through each of these 3 pages. Now, once you're here, over to the left, you have this category tree that allows you to see a bunch of different categories on Amazon, but these are very high level. What I would do now is find one that interests me and then try to find these sub niches. So for example, let's say patio, lawn, and garden sounds interesting. And now I see all these individual sub niches. You know, me in particular, I like grills and outdoor cooking. I could click into that and get even more granular by choosing grills and smokers here. Now I could go even further to a certain type of grill. However, I think if I were to create, whether it's like a TikTok channel or a blog, I'd probably keep it broad like this, but it is still very niche. But right here on the page, we have a bunch of high selling products that we know sell well, but what we'd want to do is really make sure that there's enough of these high selling products in the niche. And the way to do that is to click one of these products. Maybe I would come down here to like the 13th or past like the top 20 and select one of these products. To see how much a product sells on any product listing, scroll down to the bottom, and in the product information section here, you can copy over the bestseller ranking. And all this is a number on Amazon that tells you how well that product is selling versus others in the category. And the lower the number, the better. So for example, if a product has a ranking of 1,000, that is selling better than a product that's ranked at 200,000. So what you can do now is with this number copied, paste it back over into the sales estimator, enter the marketplace that you're selling in, and then the category, which for us was patio, lawn, and garden, and then click Estimate Sales. So now we can see exactly how much this product is selling on Amazon. So what we're gonna do now is, again, go back to Amazon on that bestsellers page, scroll down that list and try to do this for as many products as we can. Again, we're trying to confirm whether or not there's enough of these high demand products in the category. Moving on to step 2. Find winning products. Once you know what your niche is, you now need to create a list of the winning products. Because even if you found a great niche with a ton of high demand and high commission products, there will always be some that aren't worth your time creating content for. Along with low demand and low commissions, these are products that have high seasonality and poor ratings. For example, if you notice a product only sells during the summer months, unless you're making content around that same time, it's not going to be a product you should prioritize creating content for. As well, if a product has below a 4-star rating, or maybe it even has a low number of reviews, then there's a higher chance that the traffic you're gonna be sending to Amazon won't convert. This is why you wanna be smart about the products you choose to promote. So to help you put this all together, here's what to look for when finding winning products. Now, to incorporate this into your product research, you could use the same method of finding niches. However, It's not the most efficient way because you still have to manually open and calculate each product one by one. And plus, you're also not able to go back and look at the previous month of sales to track seasonality. This is why many affiliates prefer to use a product research tool like Jungle Scout to help them quickly find the best products to promote. With the Jungle Scout extension, you're able to do your product research at the same time you're browsing Amazon. Underneath each product, you'll see the estimated daily and monthly sales, along with a whole bunch of other helpful information. You can also open the extension this way and view the data for every product on the page. Now, you will notice there's some data in here that may not be relevant for affiliate marketing, and that's because Jungle Scout is a super powerful tool that's primarily used by businesses that sell physical products, which just means for you, there's a bunch of advanced functionality that you can access. For example, clicking on any product's monthly or even daily sales will show you these sales over time, and what we're looking at here is the past 2 years of monthly sales. And this is awesome because again, if our number is 300, we can go back and see if this product ever dips below that mark, and it looks like it actually has in the first couple of months that we're able to see here. As well, the extension also makes it easier for you to fine-tune your list of results by using these advanced filters. So let's say you only want to see products that are above $30, have a minimum monthly sales of 300, and they also have a rating of over 4.4. After applying these filters here, your list of results will now show you only the products that meet every single criteria that we've set up here. In other words, these 23 products are going to be great to make content for. Now, as you're planning your content, here are a few things to keep in mind. If you've never owned or have any experience with these products, you still can create content for them. You'll most likely just have to be a curator of content and reviews, which means although you aren't speaking from experience, you're still adding value by helping others make an informed decision. However, the most successful affiliates do have some sort of experience with the products they're recommending. Especially if you're planning on showing your face in the video, people tend to trust those who are able to share their honest firsthand experiences. Moving on to step 3. Create your Amazon Associates account. But before you do, it's really important to understand how Amazon Associates works. So for a lot of beginners, this can be really confusing, especially when you throw in words like affiliate and influencer. But all you need to know is that Amazon Associates is the main account you sign up for. And within that account are 2 separate programs you can join, both of which allow you to make offsite commissions. This is when someone visits Amazon through your link and buys something within 24 hours. And the coolest part is, it doesn't even have to be the product you initially recommended. As long as they use your link, you'll get a commission on whatever they buy within that session. In terms of how you're able to send traffic to Amazon with affiliate links, you're only able to send people directly to a product's listing. Whereas with influencer links, you can send traffic to your own custom storefront to see more of your content, or they can go directly to a curated idea list that has multiple products within it. To show you how to get these links for affiliates, you can grab these right on the product page that you're wanting to promote. At the top here, you'll be able to generate a text-based link, an image-based link, or a combination of both. To get your influencer links from either your storefront homepage or from one of your curated idea list, you can simply copy and share the link this way. When it comes to where you can post your links, affiliate links can be shared anywhere that's publicly available online. This can be within a blog post or in your TikTok bio. With influencer links, these can also be shared publicly online, but they can also be shared privately offline, meaning you can include them in PDFs, emails, or even through text message. Now, one thing that both of these programs do have in common is how you're paid. Amazon sends out monthly payments as long as your balance hits the minimum threshold. So if you want to be paid via direct deposit or with a gift certificate, that threshold is only $10. But instead, if you wanted to receive a check, then that minimum goes up to $100. In terms of the timing, you can expect to receive your commissions 60 days after the order has shipped to the customer, which means if you earned a sale in January, as long as it wasn't returned or canceled, you'll get paid out for that sale in late March. Now that you know what to expect, here's how to sign up for both programs. For the affiliate program, there are technically no requirements to get started. As long as you have either a website or a social media account, you'll be instantly accepted after applying, which means you can start using affiliate links right away. However, there is one small catch. In order to keep your account, you'll have to make at least 3 qualifying sales over the next 180 days. If you don't, you'll lose your account. But honestly, it's not really that big of a deal because you can always just reopen a new application and try again. Now, if you do get those 3 sales, then your account will officially go under review. And this just means that someone at Amazon is checking to make sure that you're following the rules and meeting their standards. Now, in an article I'll link down in the comments, Amazon says that a good rule of thumb is to have at least 10 posts with a substantial number of followers and likes, which they say is 500. But they're not really clear on what this 500 number means. Is it likes or followers? Either way, don't let this stop you from getting started. Especially with TikTok, it's becoming so easy now to have your content seen by thousands, if not millions of people. Now with the influencer program, the sign-up requirements are slightly more strict. Before you can even get started, Amazon will analyze one of your social media accounts to see if you're a good fit for the program. Although it's definitely taken into consideration, they don't actually specify a number of followers you need to have. And don't panic, while it certainly helps, it's not a requirement to have a massive following. As an influencer, there's more value in having a legitimate, loyal follower base that actually wants to interact with your content versus having a large but disengaged following. And that's because Amazon also looks at your post count, post consistency, and follower engagement metrics, which is really what matters the most towards your eligibility. In fact, one of my closest friends recently got accepted with a month-old TikTok account that had less than 100 followers. So trust me, you don't need a large following to get approved, you just need to focus on frequently posting engaging content. Now, once you do get approved for the program, you can start earning off-site commissions. However, the influencer program also allows you to make on-site commissions. As we mentioned earlier, you can do this by posting videos directly to Amazon listings, but it can also be done by hosting Amazon live streams, creating an idea list on your storefront, or by uploading shoppable content to the Inspire shopping feed. Except before you can earn on-site commissions, you will have to go through a separate approval process. How this works is you upload your first 3 videos, and then Amazon will review them to see if you're a good fit for on-site placement. And for the most part, they're mainly looking to make sure that you're creating engaging content and following all of the rules. If for some reason you're not accepted for on-site, you do actually have 2 more attempts. So if that happens, you can just delete the old videos and re-upload 3 more. And again, just make sure you're following all of the rules and best practices. And if you want to learn more, check out our full guide over on the blog that breaks down all of these rules and best practices to give yourself the best chance of getting approved. Now, like we talked about earlier, the best way to make money is to combine both of these programs together. However, unless you already have a following or a library of engaging content, you may not be eligible to earn on-site commissions just yet. This is why in most cases, it may be best to start with affiliate marketing first, and then as you grow and become eligible, sign up for the influencer program to start earning on-site commissions. So now let's talk about that process for creating on-site content. After you've been approved for on-site placement, you can start making content for the products you already own. And this is really fun. You can simply just log into your Amazon account and go through everything you've ever bought. And as long as it still has an active listing, you'll be able to create content for it and hopefully get that video to appear on the product listing. Now, you may be wondering, how is this scalable and what happens when I eventually run out of products? Well, the great part about this is that you're not just limited to what you've already purchased. In fact, some of the highest earning influencers make a lot of their on-site commissions by buying smarter products. And what I mean by this is, for example, let's say you're already planning to buy a new bed soon, but now that you know that you can earn commissions from it, wouldn't you like to pick a bed that would give you the best possible chance of earning the highest commissions? To help you pick the right product with the best commissions, there are a few things you should be considering when you're doing your shopping. And the best person to explain this method to you is a special friend of Jungle Scouts, Liz Saunders, an expert in the Amazon influencer space and founder of Fluencer Fruit, a company built to help influencers grow on Amazon. So I'm going to hand it over to Liz now to explain the idea of buying smarter.
Thanks, Jake. And you're right, there is a best way to do this. Now that you've recorded everything in your house and you're starting to look at buying things for your daily use, let's talk a little bit about how you can optimize the process to set up your shoppable videos for the best placement. I like to start by talking about the anatomy of a product listing, right? Just to make sure that we're all on the same page when we talk about what things that we're looking for to make our shoppable videos successful. So when we come to a product listing, you'll see that we have this upper carousel here, and this is the main image carousel. There are 7 spaces available here, and this is controlled by the seller. So when the seller uploads a product video, it unlocks this upper video carousel. Now, when we click into this upper video carousel, you'll see over here on the right, at the top, videos for this product is the seller's video for this specific product. Now, under related videos, while this is a little bit of a misnomer, this is actually Amazon influencer shoppable videos for this specific product. So when we are discussing the upper video carousel and how many influencers are on this product listing, this is actually where we're looking. So this product listing, as an example, has one brand video, one seller video, and it has 4 influencer videos right here in the carousel. Now you'll see that underneath that there are customer review videos, but those are always underneath brand, then influencer, and then customer review videos in this upper carousel. The other thing that I want to show you while we're looking at the anatomy of a product listing is if you scroll down to about midway on the product listing, there is a middle or a lower carousel, and you'll see that as videos for this product. Now, unlike the upper carousel, videos for this product on the middle carousel actually is brand, customer, and influencer content all in one place for this product. And when the middle carousel switches over to related videos, it truly is videos from brands, customers, and influencers for different products. So that's the lower, the middle carousel. Now, as we scroll back up, the other things that I want you to be aware of and be looking at is the rating of the product. So when you start looking at what mathematically helps your shoppable content be successful, around a 4.4 and higher is what we're aiming for. The other thing that I want you to be aware of is that upper video carousel, once you're approved for on-site placement and can get your shoppable content there, videos that sit there do 8 times better than shoppable videos that are on products without that. So the number one thing you're going to be looking for is that upper carousel and making sure that it's not overly competitive as you're getting started. So now that we've talked about the anatomy of a product listing, let's go over and take a look at an example of when you're shopping for something around the house and the things that you're looking for from the search page and digging in a little bit for picking the products that give your content the best shot at not only being seen, but making you commission. So I pulled up here bookshelf for kids. And the first things that I'm going to look at are the sales numbers that Amazon is giving us here, right? Whether it's badges or sales numbers, those are the things that Amazon provides for us at a quick glance that help guide us in the right direction. So for example, this Humble Crew bookshelf has sold over 5,000 in the last month. So I'm going to go ahead and open that in a different tab for us to look at here in a minute, but it also has a 4.6, which is good for me. I know that that means they have a high rating with customers who have given them written reviews, right? So then the other thing that I'm going to look at is this bestseller here, this Furino 5 Cube. And I'm going to open that as well for here in a minute. I can see that that's got a 4.2, so it's a little bit lower, and I don't have the sales numbers. Well, I have the 500 bought here, but it's showing as a bestseller. So even though the sales numbers are a little bit lower than I would expect for a bestseller, I'm gonna trust Amazon on that for a minute. So then as I scroll down, I'm gonna be looking for the things that Amazon gives me. And as I get to this next row, I see that this one has a 4.7, so that's high. It's got 1,000 bought in the last month, and it's next to this Humble Crew, which we already kind of pulled open. So I'm combining all of these factors along with I'm shopping in this scenario for a bookshelf for a kid's room, right? So if you're shopping for stuff for your daily use, I don't want you to lose track of what's going to work in your space as well and what's going to fulfill the reason that you're doing this shopping, right? We're just looking for the optimized product listing for what we're looking for right now. So I've also got this listing up for us to look at as well. So I'm gonna start with the first one we found, the Humble Crew. The sales are high, the rating is good, and I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna look. And this video carousel is strictly for brands and influencers in this number count here. So it says 7 videos. That means there are a decent number of videos in this carousel, which makes it harder for my content to rank and get this placement. So I'm going to weigh that out with the fact that it's $30, which is a good price. It's got a 4.6 is good, and the sales are pretty decent. So looking at that one, I'm gonna put it on the side right now and we're gonna move over. Now, once you've been doing doing this for a period of time and you're streamlining your processes, you can use tools like Jungle Scout and Fluencer Fruit to combine sales information with the information about video carousels and number of influencers that are important, all on the search results page to keep you from having to click in and out of every product listing. So I pulled up an example here, still bookshelves, because I love those search pages. And you can see that when you pull this up, I've got both the Jungle Scout sales down here, and then the Fluencer Fruit extension here tells you if there is that upper video carousel, because not every product listing has it, and how many influencers are already on that product listing. So you can see either on the on-page card here or through the pop-up how you can really quickly start to make those decisions faster and faster and use that data to make better decisions when you're shopping for your everyday items. Now, here are my top 5 tips for you as you get started as an Amazon influencer. First, if you don't get approved right away, take 2 months and go back and focus on engagement on your social media platform and really dig in and then try again. Getting into the influencer program, you can actually apply as many times as you need. Second tip is once you get that initial approval into the program, I want you to go create 3 shoppable videos and upload them as soon as possible. Don't overthink it, just go grab 3 products that you can talk about confidently, and that is what is going to put you into the on-site placement approval process in a way that is going to get you the eligibility to be on the product listing, which, as we talked about, is where the money is. My third tip is once you see those 3 videos get published, don't get confused by what the difference between published and placement is. So once you upload those 3 videos and they are published, they will appear on your storefront. But that does not mean that your approval for getting on-site placement is complete. You do have to wait to hear from Amazon on getting that approval before you are eligible for on-site placement. My fourth tip is to remember that Amazon's focus is always on creating the best possible experience for the shopper. And so as somebody in the Amazon influencer program, that's what I want your focus to be too. Whenever you're creating shoppable content, make sure that you're creating content that helps people make more confident buying decisions as close to the point of purchase as possible. And my final tip is to find a community. Starting the Amazon influencer program is like anything else when you're learning. It's helpful to have people who have gone before you and are already up and running and successful. I built Fluencer Fruit with the intention of helping content creators be successful in the Amazon influencer program with tools like the extension, course, the coaching. And if that's interesting to you and you'd like to learn more, please visit me over at fluencerfruit.com/jungle scout. And if you're sticking around here on YouTube and would like to learn more about different ways that you can make money online, make sure you go watch this next video from Jungle Scout.